It's like my back's finally getting better. Now I have a new problem.
I've had bad posture for many years. I've been working with a personal trainer since last year to correct my lower back problems, but I didn't notice my posture was affecting my upper body lifts.
The back of my right shoulder clicking.
It's been a work in
Shoulder
progress,
positioning has gotten a lot better.
but my body has reached its limit, and now I'm paying the price. This is what my trainer taught me to stop the pain.
It hurts so bad.
So we're gonna show the right side. Really, really tight restriction. That shoulder doesn't want to go. This guy won't even get to 90 degrees.
No, no.
So both are a little tight, but this left side, we need to be able to get that thing a lot further. And I can't even push much farther than that without hurting you. We're missing a lot of the external rotation, which means that pec minor is tugging down this way again.
Great.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break that loose with rolling. Next step is we're gonna go into lengthening and get it loosened up and lengthened out where we have the range of motion. And then we're gonna do some external rotation. Strengthen up the rotator cuff, lower traps, everything back there to try and get that shoulder pulled back. And at the end, we'll retest both and kind of see where they're at.
Oh, my elbow's like, it's been feeling so weird since Saturday.
It's that nerve.
Yeah.
That nerve goes through here, through your elbow, all the way down to the hand. And it'll do all kinds of weird stuff, but because it's a nerve and the problem's up here, even though it hurts right here, there's like nothing you can get to. It's gonna be coming from in the shoulder and it's in the back of that rotator cuff. So we're gonna deal with both. We're gonna roll the back to get the nerve to settle down. But the main thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this ball to just rip into that pec minor and try and get it to loosen up. Prop the ball up on here and then find that pec minor.
I don't know if I find it.
So stretch that arm out all the way and kind of just like let your body collapse over that ball. Because you got to get that shoulder to relax to be able to get in there. And you should be able to find a spot where it feels like it could kind of sink in, and then you're gonna let it sit there until it does sink in. And then what I usually do is I'll let my head come down to that other hand, or I can get you a foam roller. We want to get the neck relaxed. The front of the neck, if it's tensed up, makes it real hard to get into that pec minor. So this is essentially the fix for rotator cuff problems 99.9% of the time. What I want to figure out is why your left side, how do you sleep? You sleep on your side?
Sometimes, yeah.
Make sure you're not sleeping on your left side. Make sure you're not sleeping on your side, period.
That's hard.
Because that will jack up your shoulders real quick. And then because you work at a desk, once your pec minor locks up, it's not going to let go until you make it. How's it feeling? Does it feel like it's softening up at all?
I think so.
You able to kind of work into it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll spend about another minute. We want to spend enough time to get it to actually let go.
I think we're done.
All right, let's get it stretched out. All right, first we're gonna go at the pec major to get it to let go a little bit before we get to pec minor. So straight back behind you, I want full external rotation. So you're gonna rotate as far as that arm will go in the socket before you stretch. You'll hold that rotation and step forward, rotate away. So obviously you're gonna feel the stretch across here, but if you keep that external rotation, you should feel the shoulder blade, the rhomboid kind of clamping down. That's what we're looking for. And we're gonna hold that for about a minute. So the idea here is not only are we stretching out the pec major, we're using activation in that back of that shoulder blade and the rhomboids and lower traps to pull against the pec major to try and deactivate this a little bit. All right, so you have where you kind of get that clench in the shoulder blade.
Yeah,
So
I think
like
so.
should be pinching right here a little bit. And then you'll just rotate the chest away from it just a little bit till you feel a good deep stretch in there.
Where should I feel that stretch?
Right across here. You'll probably feel it into the arm a little bit too.
Yeah, I am feeling something in my arm.
Yeah, that pec major is, or pec minor is so tight, you're gonna feel that kind of burning down the arm. So basically we're going through the entire corrective process. Right now, we just inhibited the pec minor. So essentially we told the nervous system, stop firing this muscle. Now we're lengthening it out to allow more range of motion. And then the next step will be external rotation to activate the weak muscles that are being pulled on to be able to get into that range of motion, get that external rotation back. If we get to it, we might go to a full integration where we combine that into a full body movement. We'll do like a squat to row where we're getting everything all in one. But main thing is I want to see how quickly it'll respond to just get that range of motion back.
Okay.
Kind of figure out how long this is going to take to deal with.
It better be fast.
If you stretch consistently enough, it will be. All right, we're going to slowly start backing out of there. Let some blood get into that arm again so it doesn't get too tingly on you.
It did get a little tingly.
Yep, cuts the pec major minor cuts off that blood flow to that arm. So you're gonna lock the wrist back in there. So we're gonna come up at 90 degrees. We're gonna do that pec minor stretch, but we're gonna do kind of the same thing. I want you to go into slight external rotation until you can feel that shoulder blade start to activate. Then we'll step that same side forward. So far, are you getting any cramping in the back of that shoulder? Or does it feel okay there?
It feels okay.
Okay, let's come forward just a little bit more. Now I want you to keep elbow lined up with your shoulder.
I can't
So
even tell.
step back a little notch. So I want to keep it here and let it just pull back there. So you feel how it's twisting inside the joint?
Yeah.
That's the external rotation we need. Now we sit there and focus on relaxing. Really deep breaths up into the chest and rib cage. When you exhale, try and relax that arm, relax the fingers, relax the shoulder, that whole side of your body. We're gonna try and get the nervous system to let it go. That's already close to the range of motion I want. So that pec major might be involved more than we realize. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to keep a real close eye on that, on pushing and pulling movements to make sure that your shoulders are moving evenly and one's not pulling more than the other or pushing more than the other. How's it feeling? Is that hand going tingly yet?
No, not really.
Okay, good. How's the shoulder? Did it settle down a little bit or is it still kind of like clamping up against you?
I think it's settled a bit.
Not quite as crampy feeling? Okay, we need to very slowly come out of that rotation because it's gonna feel a little weird for a minute. Okay. Yeah, when you get all the way out of it, feels weird. All right, bring that arm up, back to 90 degrees. Okay, that's a little looser. You get that feeling in the elbow still? It's still restricted.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better. So now I just want to verify that it's not too bad right there. Let's see if I can get under this delt. How's that guy right there?
I mean, you're touching
That one's
it.
okay. It's not like super nerve pain.
No.
Yeah, I think we're just super.
Oh, that felt weird.
Yeah,
Ow.
there it is. That's what I was looking for.
What is that? Ow.
That's the teres minor.
Dang it, Terry.
Okay, so you have a good idea of where that is now?
No, it's somewhere.
So when you roll it, you may have to take the ball and kind of move around until you find it,
Ow.
because that muscle goes right underneath the shoulder blade.
Oh.
That's why I had your arm up, because we got to get that scapula out of the way. So you're going to want to roll it like that. So you'll lay back on the ball. Actually, let's do that right now. That's going to be the main thing. If you can get that to let go, that pain in your elbow is going to disappear, because that is the muscle that it's coming from. It's kind of like you're on the actual shoulder blade at first, and then you're going to bring that arm up to get that shoulder blade out of the way. So there's stuff there for sure, but I want you way further in with the ball.
I want to be further.
Like further in onto your shoulder blade, closer into the middle. It's gonna hurt.
Am I getting it?
Yeah,
Ow,
you're getting, yeah.
ouch.
So that's the one we're looking for.
It hurts.
Now, what I want you to think about is, initially when you hit that, your shoulder blade's gonna do this.
I know.
We need to get it to go all the way back. When you get it to finally relax and go back, you're gonna feel that ball just drop way in there. But it takes a while to get it to actually let go.
Hurts. It hurts. It
Yeah,
hurts.
just sending all kinds of nerve shocks down the arm. So basically the ball goes in between the shoulder and the actual shoulder blade in that little pocket. That's where several of the muscles from the rotator cuff run to. And that particular one that you're on is going to be the teres minor. That's what's shooting that nerve pain in your elbow. Any release at all? Or is it staying?
No, it just hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts so bad.
It's a nasty little muscle. But you're going to be amazed once we get that loosened up. All that elbow stuff is going to disappear for a while. Anybody that works at a desk should be working on this.
Okay.
All of it. Stretching out the chest, pec minor.
It just reminds me of when I started the mobility stuff for my back. I remember how painful that was.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's like slowly loosening up.
Starting to let go.
That
so
took a
now,
while.
you're not going to like this one. I'm going to have you tilt and roll it even further into the shoulder blade where you get under. So like you're going to tilt this way and roll your body that way and get that ball underneath the shoulder blade.
Like this?
Yep. You're going to have to get over the shoulder blade. And then I want you to try and drop. So once it's inside the shoulder blade, I want you to try and drop the scapula back.
Oh, I just felt something drop.
Yep. It should kind of like wrap around the ball. And then it's going to be underneath that shoulder blade, and it's going to be real tender in there too.
Oh, my neck is like getting
Yep,
stiff.
just let your head drop back. The more you relax the neck and that shoulder, it should start to drop back into that ball a little more. How's that one?
It's not feeling as bad.
Not as bad as that first one?
Yeah, not as bad as the first one. I mean, I definitely felt it sink in there.
Yeah, good.
Do I just like stay like this or should I be moving?
Roll around a little bit, look for tight spots.
It's kind of hard to...
Yeah, this one's kind of awkward to try and move around. Now,
Ow.
we're gonna start firing all those weak muscles back there and get them working. We're gonna do some Y raises. So basically you're gonna lay down flat, you're gonna stretch your arms up at a Y.
So it's like a Superman?
Kind of, but all you're gonna do is I want you to think about these muscles, use these to raise just your arms. So you feel that right there?
No.
They're tense, you don't feel them?
No, not really.
All right, go ahead and go back down. This time I want you to keep your head looking down. I want you to try and focus down in this area.
Sure.
Try and pull the shoulder blades back with these muscles right here.
I'm trying to.
They're clenching. Do you not feel them contracting?
No.
Okay, where do you feel it?
Like somewhere in the middle of my back.
Okay, go ahead and go back down. Keep your arms up a little higher, so like don't bring them down to the side as much. From where you're at, I want you to just lift straight up. That's better right here. So that's what we're looking for.
It just feels like just the middle of my back.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while to get good feeling right here. Okay, go ahead and relax. Okay, this time when you come up, I want you to try and pinch your shoulder blades in together. Like you're trying to squeeze a Coke can back there. But still right in here. Yep. They're working, you just don't have good feeling in there just yet. Make sure when you come up, you don't bring the head up, because that's gonna cause the upper traps to fire. So I don't want you clenching a lot right here. I want it in the lower traps down here.
Okay.
And mainly right in here between the shoulder blades. Good, hold a little bit longer. Good. Try and keep the chest planted on the ground so we don't get that lower back firing.
This is hard.
It is. We're going to get about 5 more. Last one. All right, rest. The other one we're gonna target next is gonna be external rotation. So this one's real tough to get the right muscles working. Bring your elbow up to your side. I want you to pin that down. And actually, let's go ahead and I want you to lay it all the way down flat. There you go, okay. Now, you're gonna take your elbow at 90 degrees. I want you to go as far into external rotation as you can, but keep that pin down. And don't let any of your body twist. You're gonna do the same thing here. You'll go into it, hold, then go back down. And what I want you to do, just think about right in here. This is where you're gonna try and fire to pull that hand back. So go ahead and come back. Feel it squeezing a little bit right in here?
I think so.
A little bit up here. Okay, go ahead and go back down. Let's readjust this a little further in. Are you able to feel back in that shoulder blade at all?
Just a little.
Tiny, tiny bit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my hand here. I want you to push against my hand. Hard as you can and hold.
Oh, I feel it more.
There you go. All right, go ahead and go back down. I'm gonna keep my hand in the same spot. So you gotta get all the way to it and then push pressure. Now it's firing. Now let's see if you can do it on your own now. You gotta kind of like force it back. There you go. That's what we're looking for. It's moving now. You squeeze back. When you hit that restriction, try and use it to squeeze it back a little further. All right, go ahead and relax. I'll take that. Let's get you standing up again. Let's see where your range of motion's at. Right side's at right around, almost at 45 degrees. It's a little restricted there. All right, flip around, face the opposite direction.
Moment of truth.
Let's see if it moved. That's a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
It is still very restricted though. Feel how it kind of gives now?
Yeah.
When I push on it? So that's much better. Where do you feel that now?
I still feel it like in my
Still get
elbow.
In the elbow?
Yeah.
How does the elbow feel overall compared to before? Did it kind of settle down a little bit or you still feel it a lot?
I still feel it a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you feeling in there? The like achiness?
Yeah, just aching.
Yeah, it's definitely super tight. And looking at just your standing posture, you have a little bit of that internal rotation right there. The pec minor is what's pulling everything forward, but the big problem right now is when you try and go into any rotation, this is trying to do all of it. What needs to happen is this all needs to move in one piece. So if you go from where you're at, I want you to go straight forward with your arms. I want you to punch straight forward, hold there. So we need to be able to separate a little bit more and stretch this out. And then you're gonna pinch them back together.
Like,
Yep.
Like this?
But leave your arms straight.
oh.
Yep. So right now, this one is contracting a lot more than this one. Because that one's restricted by that pec minor. So go ahead and punch out again. Separate them. Yep. And squeeze them back. Try and get them to squeeze even. Good. Do you feel this trap activate more than the other? Or are they pretty even?
Well, where's the trap again?
Up here. Does that one feel like it's squeezing more?
I think so.
A little bit? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So when you come back this time, I want you to think about down and back with this shoulder.
Down and back.
Try and pin the whole thing down. That's better.
I had to think about it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kind of pin it down each time.
Oh.
All right, punch forward, stretch them as far as you can. Squeeze them back. Yeah, so you feel how that one gets kind of stuck?
Yeah.
You gotta like really squeeze it down and back. Let's get one more. Punch forward. Squeeze back, down and back with that left one. That's better. And relax. Good. All right, so it's kind of two separate problems. So that pec minor being super tight is really restricting your external rotation where really we should be able to get like back here to like 45 degrees. Yours, before we did it, was not even 90. Now we've got it maybe halfway there. It's
Great.
a little bit past 90. So it's improved, but it's still very restricted. The other problem with all of that happening, it's not just the rotation, it's the shoulder blades. When the scapula can't move and get full retraction back here evenly, that shoulder is not going to move the same because it's not able to roll around where it can actually rotate anymore. It gets kind of glued down and it's stuck. So now when you try and come back, that trap, upper trap is taken over because the lower trap and everything else in the rhomboids, they're not working. It's getting weak. So the rolling back there will help with the elbow pain, settle things down. But again, just to make sure we're clear, zero stretching on the back of that shoulder, back of the upper back. We don't want any of that stretched out. That needs to get tighter, stronger. All the stretching is up front. This is literally like any rotator cuff problem. This is exactly what it looks like. It's always pec minor, we have internal rotation. Now that rotator is overworking too much. And you have, again, you got that nerve going down. That's where you're getting that elbow just kind of doesn't feel right. So homework from here, every single day as often as possible, you're gonna trigger point pec minor. Let's go ahead and roll all the pecs all together. Because it did seem after just that pec stretch, you got some range of motion back. So that pec major is a big part of it too. So you're gonna roll pretty much anything between here that you can get from the sternum all the way out to the shoulder. If it feels like it's tight, you can get up under here a little bit too. See if you can get under that pec major and get to that pec minor a little bit better. So you kind of like tilt to your side and roll with the ball in there.
Okay.
So roll in the pec minor. Immediately after, I want you doing doorway stretches. Now, the biggest mistake people make with doorway stretches is they'll get in the doorway and then they'll just keep diving forward because they feel like they're getting a better stretch. But what you're gonna do is if you overdo it with that, you're gonna start compensating. You'll start driving the head forward, your back's gonna be all out of alignment. So you're basically just creating more muscle imbalances that are gonna cause problems. So with the doorway stretch, essentially all you wanna do is get to where you hit restriction. It's not gonna feel like you're like ripping the chest apart. You just get to restriction, and then from there, you're using activation. So what we just did on that Y lift, that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna flex all that stuff, contract, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and hold with the pressure of the doorway pushing back just a little bit. Other than that, you need to stay up in good posture. Keep your chest up, keep your head back, keep the hips in alignment, keep the hips underneath, and just let it sit there. So the work of the stretch is just get in position to where there's a little bit of a stretch. The work of it is holding it for a long time. So you need to be going like 2 to 3 minutes. Once everything is set up, you're contracted back there, then just let it sit there and breathe. When you inhale on that one up into your chest, that's when you're gonna feel it, that it actually is stretching more than you realize. So don't like try and rip into and rip the arms off. Just get in a position, hold it. And then right after that, I want you doing the protraction, retraction. Stretch them as far forward as you can without moving everything else forward. So just the arms, and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. And remember that left side, you're gonna have to focus a little more on jamming that shoulder blade down and back as far as you can. Eventually, it'll get broken loose where it'll start sliding over the rib cage like it should. Don't overdo rolling in the back of that shoulder.
Okay.
Because that muscle is already kind of pissed off. And if you start like really ripping away at it, it's just gonna get more inflamed. So that one, just kind of find that spot that just like hurts like hell, and then try and just like sink onto the ball and relax. See if you can get it to actually let go with just time of pressure on it rather than trying to like force it. Just get a little pressure. You could even do that one on the wall if you want. If you feel like laying on it's too much pressure, just do it up against the wall, wrap your hand up over, and then pin it up against the wall. We'll add in a couple other movements like Supermans and stuff like that after we get the elbow to stop bugging you. Once you don't feel that anymore, we'll strengthen everything up at the mid back.
Okay.
And then go from there.